Hello, vinyl community. Long time no see, I guess. Alex here, back again for the first video in a long time. I think it's been over a month again since my last upload to YouTube, so yeah, quite a while. And I've just been really busy, and I always use that excuse, but it really has picked up recently, and I've been doing so much stuff, just trying to make the most of the summer before September comes around and start getting back into some normal routines. So that's pretty much what's been going on. I've just been really busy. Been on holiday. I went out to Crete, which is one of the Greek islands, with my girlfriend and her parents, which was amazing. Had an amazing time. Did so much cool stuff with them, and the weather was glorious, especially compared to the summer we've had here in the UK. It's just been pretty terrible weather-wise. So it's nice to go out there for a week. Came back from there about 3 weeks ago. Since then, I've just been kind of doing lots of things outside, as I say, trying to make the most of the summer. I actually went off to the Olympic Games a few days ago. Actually last Wednesday, so 5 or 6 days ago now. I'm sure all of you guys know that the Olympics was in London this year, and it's actually just finished. It finished yesterday. They had the massive closing ceremony, but last Wednesday we actually got to go to the Olympic Park, and we had tickets to the stadium. Me, my dad, my brother and his friend, and we just we were lucky enough to get tickets, and we went there on Wednesday. Went into the park, had our session in the stadium, which was 3 hours, and it was just like a once in a lifetime experience. Certainly for me, just to be kind of in the center of the universe for just a little short period of time was just just incredible. So that's another thing we did. That was another highlight, I guess, of the summer so far, and that's pretty much what's been going on. Music-wise, I've slowed down a bit in terms of buying vinyl, but I have bought a few things recently, which I want to show in another video. I wanted to keep this video clear for another reason, and it's really to show some records that somebody actually very kindly sent to me, a vinyl community love train kind of thing. And this is just kind of a video for him to show you guys the records he sent me, and just to say thank you, really. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show that in a minute. Playing in the background is, as you can hear, Derek 3. Just felt like spinning this again. It's been a while since I'd heard it, and still keeping up with Derek and his music and his videos, and there might be more to come from him in another video. Haven't shown my copy of Derek 2 yet, but I do have my copy. Came in the mail, came in the post 3 or 4 weeks ago now, just after I got back from Crete, so that was a nice thing to come back to. So I will be showing that in my next video, but yeah, just thought I'd give Derek 3 another spin, which is just keeps getting better and better, man. I just have to say, it just never lets me down, never gets tedious or boring to listen to, and just incredible music. So that's what's playing, and I've got my coffee here. It's been a bit of a slow day, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the records that this vinyl community member very kindly sent me. And as I said, this is kind of a vinyl community love train, and these have been going on in the VC now for quite a long time. People are so generous here in the VC, always sending each other things, swapping records, sending these love trains out, and just keeping the vinyl vibe going. And I haven't really been able to send too many records out to people since being in the VC, and living in the UK, I know we do have quite a few people in the UK that are part of the VC, but the majority of the people are in the US, and when you get into the shipping and stuff, it ends up being pretty expensive sending records out. But to my very pleasant and grateful surprise, I did receive a love train just the other day from a US member of the VC. He doesn't actually currently make videos. He's kind of on the fringes of the VC. He does participate, I think, on Facebook. I know I did get into Facebook for a time there, and I have posted a few things on there, but I'm not really connected with it at the moment. But I'm pretty sure this guy is on Facebook, and I think he's posting on there. So yeah, some of you probably know him. But his username on YouTube is jeffsvinylscene, and he's from Austin, Texas, I think. And it was just a thing. He liked my videos. He said that he'd been watching. I think he said he watched all my videos from the very start, which must take some dedication, because the early videos that I made, where I was just here on the desk, I wasn't even showing my face. I can't watch those videos now. They're just pretty rubbish, I have to say. But yeah, Jeff said he watched all of my videos right back to the very start, and I was one of his favorite VC members, and he enjoyed what I showed and what I did, and liked my taste in music. So he said, we just got chatting over direct messages, and he said that he wanted to send me some records, and of course, being a broke student with pretty much no money to spend on records, I kind of jumped to the idea, and just asked him what he was willing to get for me, and he was very, very kind about it. He said that he had some stuff. He's got an amazing collection. He sent me some pictures over Google Mail of his collection, and his setup there, and his he does tend to. He said that he tends to try and build a collection based on quality, not quantity, and I think that's a very commendable thing to do, and it's something I would like to try and do throughout my record collecting. But yeah, he specializes in buying collectible records, records that have some meaning to him, and he doesn't buy records just for the sake of it. But yeah, he sent me some pictures of his record collection, and I was straight away realized that we have pretty similar taste. And he said that he had some record stores nearby. He said that the area he lived in was one of the best in the world for buying records. So I said, great, what can you do for me? And he said he'd head down and look for a couple of records that I mentioned. And sure enough, he held true to that, and he sent me 3 records. Here they are, 3 different records. And I just can't say thank you enough. I wasn't expecting 3 records from you, Jeff. I was only expecting the one. And just to receive a package like that, it really does warm your heart. And especially to receive it from the US, to be such a long, long way away, and to be able to connect with someone like that, and to get to the stage where they can send you something physical and something meaningful is so I think something pretty special. So I can't thank you enough for these, man. I'm going to go ahead and show them now, but it really does mean a lot, and I will be trying to send you something back in in I don't know when, but I will try my best. If you let me know what you want, and maybe it's something that is easier to get over here in the UK, that you can't get over in the US, then I'll do my best to search out for you, and be happy to send you some stuff back, because this is just incredible. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show the records that he sent me. First of all, this is the one that I mentioned that he might be able to get for me in the record store, and he succeeded in getting it, and I'm so glad to have this in my collection at last. It's taken me long enough to get this. Should have had it a long time ago, really, being one of my favourite records of all time. But here it is, Bob Dylan's Highway 61 Revisited from 1965, and this is a Sundazed reissue, the mono reissue from Sundazed, I think done maybe back in 2009, 2010, something like that. There's been many kind of mono represses of this recently. They did the mono recordings, which was like a collection of Dylan's first 8 albums in mono. They did that in 2010. Music on Vinyl also did a mono remaster of I think the first 5 or 6 Dylan albums, and obviously Sundazed have done the same thing. So You know, it's great to see that Bob Dylan's, you know, mono recordings, the way they were meant to be heard, are really being brought back to life, you know, in many forms. And yeah, this is the Sundays reissue, and Jeff was kind enough to seek this out for me and send it to me. You know, I'll be honest, you know, originally I wasn't too keen on buying a reissue of this album, which is probably the reason I didn't have a copy. I'd been looking for kind of an original pressing, or, you know, an earlier pressing of this, because being such a huge Dylan fan, I do want to someday have, you know, a whole, you know, full collection of, you know, early pressings of his works. But I have to say, after getting this and listening to it, this sounds absolutely incredible on my turntable. You know, the mono is done so well on this, and Sundays have done a great job with the pressing. Standard sleeve and everything, 180 gram vinyl, red label, red Columbia label, and then you've got the kind of poetry, the prose there on the back that Dylan wrote, and just a standard LP sleeve. But yeah, this sounds incredible, and I can't thank you enough for finding this for me, Jeff, and sending it out, because, as I say, it's kind of a crime that I haven't, you know, had a copy of this on vinyl before now. You know, this is probably in the top 10 of my favourite records of all time, and, you know, I've been listening to it religiously now for, you know, at least a couple of years, so it's great to finally have a copy, and yeah, that's Highway 61 Revisited. So that was the first one. I guess that was the one I was expecting Jeff to send me. That's the one he kind of offered me originally, and I was just so grateful that he was even willing to do that. And then he, you know, he said that he mentioned a couple of other records that he might be able to send me as kind of bonuses. And I was just like, well, you know, this is just too kind. I'll just, you know, let you decide. And, you know, opened the package up a few days ago, and I was so surprised that he'd sent me two more records, two bonus records, I guess. And both of them are just, you know, super quality, amazing condition, and also both records which, you know, I've wanted to have for so long and just haven't got around to getting. So the first one of those, they're both Beatles records, and the first one of those is Beatles 4. Let's see there. I think this is from maybe 1965, maybe 1965, 66, sometime around that mid-60s period. On Capitol, of course. This obviously wasn't released on Parlophone. This is a Capitol album, and I put the record there in the back just to keep it safe. It's also got an original sleeve, so yeah, I kind of trying to keep this in good a nick as possible. But yeah, I wasn't expecting Jeff to send me this. I'm so glad he did, because you know, this is something that'd be pretty tough to get over here in the UK, being a, you know, obviously produced in the US and on the Capitol label. They're generally harder to find here in the UK than Parlophone Beatles albums. So yeah, this is Beatles 4, collection of early recordings. Sorry, hold on. Early recordings by the Beatles, kind of 63 onwards, maybe even earlier than that. You Like Me Too Much, Tell Me What You See, Dizzy Miss Lizzy, 8 Days a Week, Kansas City, Every Little Thing, What You're Doing. You know, just great stuff on here. Kind of when they were going through their teeny bopper phase, you know, the, you know, mop top hairdos, and as you can see there where the cover, just the real classic early Beatles before they got into the kind of folk rock thing with Rubber Soul, and, you know, getting into the experimental psychedelic stuff with Revolver and Sgt. Pepper. You know, kind of before all that, when they were just kind of a very raw, amazing band, you know, just kind of recording rock and roll songs. And, you know, this is great to have, and it's in great condition. I'll take it out for you. I don't want to make this video too long, we're already at 14 minutes. So. Vinyl's in great condition, a few crackles and pops, but you can expect that from such an old record. I think this might be a first pressing. Jeff did say on his note, but I can't. I'll have a look in a minute, but here's the back cover. Very thick cardboard. And yeah, it's got the original sleeve in there as well, with kind of promotions. for other albums. And yeah, I think this is the first pressing of this, which is, I'd imagine, pretty rare. I don't know how rare, but you know, this is certainly a Beatles album that's very much sought after, and I'm so glad I have it in my collection. So that was the first one he sent me, the first Beatles album. And second of all here, another classic, perhaps my favourite Beatles album of all time. Although I'd probably, if I had to choose, I'd probably pick Revolver, but this is a very close second, and it's the Mercurial Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band from 1967. Everybody knows this album, everybody loves it. It's been rated #1 album of all time by Rolling Stone and numerous other magazines and, you know, people. This is just an absolute, you know, classic of the 60s and of, you know, modern popular music. Instantly iconic, recognizable cover, and what can I say, it's Sgt. Pepper. I've had this album for so long on my iPod, and I've listened to, just like Highway 61, I've listened to this religiously for so long now. Just been looking and longing for, you know, a good vinyl copy to spring up somewhere, and I haven't come across any. And I haven't been willing to spend kind of £30–40 on an original from Discogs or anything. So Jeff, I just, you know, I can't thank you enough, man, for sending me this. It's just an absolute pleasure to have this in my collection now. And again, in such good condition. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be in such immaculate condition as it is, and the record sounds amazing. I'd say slightly better than the Beatles 4, but you all know the famous artwork from the Beatles on Sgt. Pepper. You got the front cover and then the gatefold, and what I was pleasantly surprised to find was that it still had the insert in it. Jeff's left that in there, and obviously it was in there when he bought it. You got the cutout things on there, and obviously that adds to the value and it adds to the collectability of this record. So that was great to find in there. Always like that kind of record candy stuff. Got the amazing gatefold, Fab Four there in their costumes, and yeah, just a back cover with all the lyrics and everything. And the sleeve, the original sleeve as well. So pretty much the complete package, the complete Sgt. Pepper package, and you know, it just blows my mind, really it does. I mean, never in a million years would I think that someone would be kind enough to send me all these free records, and you know, all of such amazing quality as well. So final one, Sgt. Pepper, and that completed the vinyl community love train from Jeff's Vinyl Scene. So grateful, thank you so much. And as I say, I will try, once I get a bit of money together and you know, you tell me what you want me to look for, I'll you know, be sure to repay the favour and send you something in the near future. But that's pretty much it for this video. I'm already blabbering on here, it's 18 minutes already, so I'm going to cut it, but I want to come back on. As I said, I've been, you know, slowing down a bit recently with my buying, but I have some stuff to show, a couple of records, a 7-inch, a book and CD and stuff like that. So going to make another video, another vinyl update very shortly. But that's pretty much it. Thanks very much, Jeff's Vinyl Scene, and keep up the great work, everybody. Thanks for watching.